But in reality, they have a system in place where a very elaborate system, and we're not going to give you the details here because, quite frankly, we don't want to train other people as to how to do what they were doing. But I can tell you it was brilliant.
Howdy, y'all. Unky T here. Now, I've been going through all these things here, and I thought I'd put one out before they have any issues with my channel. I put a notification out yesterday. Some of y'all saw that. I'm anticipating a problem, but hey, you never know. So I'm just going to keep doing this till they say so. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share, and blah, blah. You know, the routine, please. And, you know, I'm working on that book still, believe me. But the problem's not with the program, it's with me. I can't figure it out, and I'm trying my best, and I'm working. It may just put something really basic out instead. So, I mean, the message is the important thing anyway, right? Anyway, this here is kind of a continuation of what a video I did a while back about Sheriff Judd and the organized theft of the goods in Florida, and he's got a really big one here, and I think y'all might enjoy this one. It goes a little long, so what I've done is I'm going to cut it in half. The first part I'll release now, and I'll try to get to the other part later today and get that out for you. But in the interim, well, I'll just send you out this, and I spent the morning doing this, so what the heck, right? Anyways, here it is. I hope y'all enjoy it. And please leave a comment. Be sure to share, and yeah, you know the routine. Anyway, here you go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us today. I am first, before I provide my comments, going to introduce our Attorney General, Ashley Moody. I want to brag on General Moody just for a moment. I have known her since before she was the Attorney General. And when she was running for office, we had several conversations, and she said, I'm going to make the people of Florida safer. I'm going to look out for the constitutional rights of everyone in the state of Florida. I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to be engaged in all the communities. She's done exactly what she said she would do. And these aren't petty shoplifters. These are organized criminals.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for being with us today as we discuss what I believe is one of the biggest cases in organized retail theft that we've handled. When organized retail thieves get together and steal across our states, across our circuits, it is consumers, Florida consumers, that are paying for this. And so I want to dispel any notion that it's not Floridians that are harmed because of this behavior. And I commend Sheriff Judd for being so proactive, putting together a team that would work not just within his own county, but would look outside and how people are coming not just into his county from other counties, but into our state from other states. In fact, the 4 folks charged in the information are from Georgia. So not only do I commend your amazing sheriff, Sheriff Judd, but the detectives that worked so diligently in shaping this case and putting it together. Detectives Goodlett, Thomas, and Collins, who worked so hard on this task force. You know, we just celebrated Black Friday, and for those of you that don't know, that's where traditionally you retailers cross over from red into black. And the reason it takes them so long in a year to reach profitability is because of schemes like this. We know nationwide $30 billion is stolen from businesses in our country. That means you and I, the sheriff, the detectives, people of these communities are paying for it. These folks now, instead of continuing to do this through the holidays, continuing to cause increased prices for Floridians, taking their Floridians' hard-earned money, those folks now will trade their homes for a jail cell, their beds for a bed in a county jail. So thank you. Sheriff Judd and I are excited about continuing our work together, and we won't stop until more of these folks that are coming into our state, causing Floridians to pay more out of their hard-earned money, go to jail.
Let me introduce you to our crew today. These folks are responsible for at least $3.6 million in organized retail crime in the state of Florida and across this country. We anticipate that as a result of the wonderful work by Rita with the statewide prosecutor's office, that these folks are facing 160 years, up to 160 years in prison, as they should. Now, there's still those across this state that want to call this low-level, nonviolent crime, would just gag me with a spoon. This is not low-level, nonviolent crime. This is organized. And here's how it all started. We had Jorge Ortiz, and we had our gentleman who is now deceased, all show up at Auburndale along with Jacory, an Auburndale Walmart. Well, interestingly enough, a loss prevention Walmart employee in downtown Winter Haven had gotten off work, was on his way home, and go, oh, I forgot to pick up that item at the store. So he wheels in to make a purchase at Walmart in Auburndale, and he sees the same people that they just refused to accept televisions from in Winter Haven. And he says to himself, I believe we've got a theft going on here. He notified the sheriff's office, and in a van, quite frankly, there's more televisions here. This was when we made the last stop. But in a van such as this, there were several televisions. So when the police officer or the deputies arrived in Auburndale, they go, why are you bothering us? Here's our cash receipts from Walmart. Walmart looked at the cash receipts and said, yep, look legal to me. So we gathered all the information, took all the photographs. Our detectives, who are simply the very best, knew something was wrong, but we had to dig into how this came about, because on its face, the product to be returned matched. But, you know, we were born in the morning, but it wasn't yesterday. People don't ride around with a van full of televisions, all needing to be returned with cash receipts. So the investigation's underway. Well, we determined all of these folks were from Georgia. And when we started the investigation, we found this was our ringleader right here. Shantan, and I have no idea how you say his last name, but he was born in Thailand. He's from Duluth, Georgia. He owns 3 Dodge vans that he moves this product. When he was stopped, he had the 25 televisions. When we stopped him with a search warrant in Georgia, not only did he have the 25 televisions, but as we walked up to his car, he had his cell phone in his hands, breaking it. We currently have that with our tech folks who are doing everything they can to recover it, because we know that is a treasure trove of information. But he wasn't concerned with the fact that we caught him with the 25 televisions as much as he was we were going to get that cell phone. We know that he has worked, and we see where they have made trips all the way up the east coast of the United States, but we also know that they predominantly worked here. But when you look at his criminal record, you see that he's only got 6 misdemeanors and a felony, but they're scattered over 5 different states. You see, people treat retail theft as a singular event, when in fact, these folks are engaged in an ongoing criminal enterprise. And then we were going to arrest this gentleman, Eric Grigsby. And the reason we didn't arrest Eric is because he's dead. We thought it'd be a waste of time just between you and me. But we did investigate to make sure that his buddies didn't knock him off thinking he may be the weak link. We did find he died of natural causes. He had some health issues. So no, he was not knocked off by his buddies, but he is dead. And now Jesus has got to deal with him on all his thefts. Then there's Jorge, which we talked about. He's from Lilburn, Georgia. He only has 3 misdemeanors and 1 felony. Have we clearly pointed out, as you'll see between our last 2 that are still at large, none of these folks have outstanding criminal histories. Most of the people I talk about here have a long pedigree. When I stand behind this podium, I'm talking about 20 and 30 and 15 and 50. These don't. If we dealt with this through individual prosecutors' offices as an individual event, it could easily be a probation grand theft. But in reality, they have a system in place where a very elaborate system, and we're not going to give you the details here because, quite frankly, we don't want to train other people as to how to do what they were doing. But I can tell you it was brilliant. So now we have Ja'Cory Holland and Michelle Walker. They're friends, but they're not boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife. We know they're both in the Columbus, Georgia area, and they're at large. When we stopped Ja'Cory originally, he said that, well, we work for a company installing TVs for celebrities. That's why we have a van full of them. We know in the last 7 months, this group has operated in 14 different states. We know that their theft is incredible. So when you look at this, I want to point this out. You see the big chart over here. This would be an absolute total nightmare if we had to go to each of the prosecutorial districts to get prosecution done.
Well, there you go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that, and like I said, stay tuned. I'm going to come out with the other part later today if I can, and you can finish watching the fine work that they're doing here in Florida. In the interim, y'all have a blessed day. You take care of yourself, you take care of each other, and we'll see you real soon. Bye for now.